Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ravenport and episode 8 of this Let's Play series. So we're just in our new pickup that we bought in the previous episode, and we've got the horse trailer on the back. We're just heading back to the farm with 2 more horses. I know in the last one I said about I didn't want to get too many, but it's one of those. They're worth $50,000 each, fully trained. I'm sure I can manage a 5 minutes per horse before each episode just to get the daily riding up to 100%, if they're going to make so much money when we come to sell them. So what I'm going to do is probably try and stagger the horses, so we'll get 2 each day until we've got the maximum of 8. And then when the first 2 are fully trained, we'll sell those and get another 2. So we'll just get these back to the farm and get them in the paddock with the other 2. I'm not sure what the names are yet. We'll see when we drop them off. I'm not going to do any of the riding with these on camera. I'll do it once we finish this episode. So we get these 2 unloaded, and we've got Ufa and Faith. So we've got one black and the grey. So we'll move those and confirm. So here's our new horses, glitching around in the paddock as always. So this one's Faith. So I'm not going to ride them now. And then we've got Ufa. Yeah, they just don't look good when you see them walking around in there, so let's not watch them too long. So the other 2, we've got the 100%, and I've already done, so the value went up $5,000 overnight. So you can see these are 2,976 and these are now 7,926. So it's a $5,000 increase overnight, and already we could sell these and make some profit on them. Obviously not a huge amount at the moment, but we would make some. So now we've put the other 2 in, we still need to top up the hay and the oats. It does look like the food has now been adjusted, because I'm sure when I first put the hay bale and the oats in, the 4,000 litre hay bale and the just over 4,000 litres of oats was around about 50% for the 2 horses. Now we've got the 4 horses in. I don't know actually, because before I put those 2 in, when I checked earlier, it's like the 3,600 litres of hay pretty much filled the bar. So anyway, we do need to top up obviously the water, straw, the oats and the hay. I'm getting a bit of hay and oats combined. All our fields are ready to harvest as well. We do need to harvest the oats. So what I'm going to do is get a worker started on that, and then we can get the straw, the water all topped up. Okay, so the worker's set up. I've already just put the straw in, so just topped up the water. So they are now full on the water and straw. We just need the oats and the hay. So what we need to do is get the mower on, which I've just left around this side. I do obviously need to keep an eye on the worker and head over to unload when he's full. But if we get this unfolded, and we'll start round this side. I'll get that switched on and lowered down. Now I did get some weeds pop up in the grass field, which I didn't think you could. I was a bit surprised actually when I saw them, and I was a bit concerned because the grass was showing us ready to harvest, so it had fully grown. I did go over with a sprayer, because it was fully grown. The sprayer, the herbicide didn't do anything. Fortunately, you can remove the weeds from grass fields with a mechanical weeder. So even if it's showing ready to harvest, you can still remove the weeds. So I was a bit worried, thinking that I was going to be a bit stuck with weeds in the field that we couldn't get rid of. So I'm not sure how many bales we're going to get out of this. This section over on this left hand side is fully fertilised 100%. The other section I couldn't fully fertilise because it was the ready to harvest state. It wouldn't apply any fertiliser to it. Oh, why is that bit not cutting? Okay, so it seems to be a few places where it's not quite on the ground. Anyway, we'll sort that out. So I'm not sure how many bales we'll get. It'll be interesting to see, because it's only a small patch of land. So I'm not expecting a huge amount, but obviously anything is going to be better than nothing. And it's going to save us some money on having to buy hay bales. Okay, so that's all the grass cut. There's a few little patches where I just caught the edge, and you can't actually cut it once you drive over it. It doesn't allow you to. The combine's nearly full, so we just need to go over with the trailer and unload that. So what we'll do is just drop that one there. I'll jump in the other case and take that over to the combine and quickly unload that. I still need to try and look at getting the small silos put in somewhere so we can store the oats. For now I'll just use the smaller trailer, can keep them in this. Now we use the bigger trailer for doing the canola field that's ready to harvest as well. So unfortunately the combine's the wrong way around at the moment. I'm not sure if he'll get to the end and turn around, or whether he'll be full before then. I think he's pretty much full. He's still going. No, there we go. Let's take him off and get this unloaded. So 6,340 litres so far. We've probably just over half the field done. So we may get about 10,000 litres of oats, which isn't going to last long. So we are definitely going to have to plant some more oats. I say the only trouble with the oats is the yield is so low that you don't get much off it. Definitely not worth doing to sell. The current price is 733 at the ranch, which doesn't seem too bad like compared to wheat or barley. At the moment it's better than those, but you don't get anywhere near as much. So I'll put the worker back on. I can empty some of that trailer into the feed trough. Now we have to come back and bale the straw up. I'll probably only do the straw on this field. I probably won't bother with the small wheat field over there. We'll see. We'll see how many bales we get off that one. We just unload this or see what it'll take. Probably all of it. Pretty much, yep. So that's 10,400 litres. It's still not quite full yet, so it's probably looking around about 12,000 litres to fill it. So we should have enough of the rest of the field to fill that. So we just drop this back off. Here. Now we'll go back into the case. What we're going to do is, obviously we don't need to leave the grass, but as we're going to do hay, we'll leave the grass for a little bit to dry off. So what I'll do is I'll start baling up the straw on the oat field. Then we can come back and get the ted that grass and then get it raked and baled as well for the hay bales. Okay, so let's get these bales done. I did get some weeds growing this first section of field, so the yield was a little bit lower than it should have been. But unfortunately the weeds, they only popped up after the field went to the ready to harvest stage, which was a little bit annoying. So there's our first straw bale. I did forget the first section to put the worker on the enable straw swath. So we've lost a row of straw, or a row and a half. But it does look like we might get 2 bales out of each row, possibly. Or maybe just over 1 and or just under 2. We'll probably end up with way more than we'll need, so we'll probably sell off quite a few of them. Fortunately the barn's not too far away to take them. Okay, so we're just coming up to the end of this field for the baling, and we have got quite a few bales. I'm not sure exactly how many there are, but there's a lot more than I was expecting. And I am really considering getting the Ursus bale collector. It's going to take a while to collect all these without it. So definitely going to be selling some, because there's no way we need to keep this many. I mean, there's probably 1 stack of 8 will last quite a while. And we've also got the other little field over there to do, as I just missed that one. So let's just have a quick look while that one unloads. Where's the stats that show you created bales? 35 bales so far, just off this one little field. So that's quite a lot of bales. Definitely we don't need that many. I'm not sure how much we'll get. I know I did sell some bales on the time-lapse series, and after 1 load of bales the price seemed to plummet, and I was getting, I think it went from 4,000 for 16 bales down to about 3,000 for the second load after a short time. So I stopped bothering after that. It was pretty much worthless. I do think the straw price shows up. Yeah, so it's $78 a litre, 1,000 litres. So that's not a huge amount, and that's the same price. From what I can work out is you get the same price, so 4,000 litres in a bale, and you'll get the same price as 4,000 litres of loose straw. So is it worth the hassle of baling up bales to sell? Probably not. You're probably better off just with a loading wagon and saving yourself having to pick all the bales up and move them if you're just going to do them to sell. For some reason on the list price as well, it doesn't show hay. Let's just turn that one off and pick up the pickup. Yeah, so on the list of prices we've got straw, which is this one here. Then we've got the silage, and then there's got grass. So at the moment we're getting $81 for grass, but there's no hay listed. Why? I don't know if they've missed that off or whether that category is supposed to be hay and they've just got the wrong symbol on. So yeah, because I don't know, it's a bit weird. I don't know whether they've just accidentally missed it off and they've not realised, or whether. So I can't see any reason why they wouldn't put the price for hay on there when they've got grass and straw. Seems a bit odd that they'd just leave hay off. So what I'm going to do, keep forgetting that bump's a little bit bad because of the ground texture's all the same. It's difficult to actually see it. Flying tractor. So is this combined? No, he's stuck. Apparently, I don't know what he was stuck on, but he's sitting there earning money, not doing anything. So he can be fired. What I'll do, I'll get this field finished off, get all these straw baled up, and then we can get the grass tedded and get that raked up and baled as well. And what we'll probably do is I'll put the combine on the canola field so it can be on a worker starting that, and then we'll look at getting some of these bales collected up and and sold. I'll also try, we will have to probably increase the loan for a little bit to do it, just so we've got the money to get the bale collector and stuff. I do want to get that other shed over there as well to put the bales in. So I'm just gonna, combine's rolling away. Disable the straw swath and just do one quick headland so I've got a bit of space up here to turn around. So I'll get this finished, get it all baled up, and then we'll look again the grass done. Okay, so we've got all the straw bales done. They're all baled up. The combine's over on the canola field, so the worker's doing that one. So we can make a start on getting the grass tedded and get it raked up, and then baled as well for hay. So this shouldn't take too long, quite quick, 11 miles per hour. It feels a bit rapid going up here. So we'll keep all the hay bales. I'll put these into storage because we're going to need quite a few for the horses. And what we'll probably do, the next time we cut this grass, I'll probably get the little Ursus bale wrapper and we'll do some silage bales to sell, just to give us a bit of extra money in between needing to do hay bales. Because I don't think it's pointless doing hay bales to sell. There's just no point to it. You might as well just wrap them and keep them as grass and wrap them and get more money. So the combine's quite the way through the canola field, so hopefully we should have the canola to sell, and that'll give us enough money to buy the bale collector so we don't have to then increase the loan. I don't think we'll get enough to buy it completely outright. It also depends on the current price of canola, the best price we can get for it. But by the time we finish selling the straw bales off we're going to sell, we should have enough anyway. Okay, so that's a little bit for the tedding. We'll get the rake on, get it raked up, and then bale. So not the largest of grass fields, But hopefully it should give us plenty of hay bales to keep us going anyway. And what I may do is put that field into grass as well, if we ever do need more than what we're going to get off this. So we just drop the tedder off and get the rake. And get this unfolded. I believe this one you don't need to switch it on, you just lower it down, and I think as you pull it along, the wheels rotate all the rakes, so it's not a powered rake. So technically you could probably pull this one with the pickup or the Gator Mahindra, because you don't need a PTO to run it. That swath doesn't look very big. Be interested to see quite how many bales we get off this. I've not actually done any hay in the game yet, so I've no idea kind of what sort of yield you get. I would say this field wasn't fully fertilised, so we could have got that little bit of extra if we'd have got the other round of fertiliser on it, which hopefully for the next time we will get it fully fertilised. What I'll probably do is put a layer of fertiliser on once we've cleared all the bales off, and then once it's got its first stage of growth we'll get another layer on. So when we come to do some silage bales we'll have the full 100% fertilisation, which should hopefully increase the yield enough to get us a few more bales at least. Okay, so we got the last little bit of grass. I realised while I was doing it I should have gone across the field, because all the bales are probably going to end up rolling down to the bottom here. But never mind. Try and remember for next time. So that's the grass all raked up. I've dropped this off. Then we can get the baler on. Because before that just need to sort out the combine. As he's obviously come to a point where he can't carry on. I'll just tidy this little bit up. I'll finish this little bit and get this into the trailer. I don't think a worker's going to do any more on this field and the position it's in. So we'll get this finished off. We can get this over to the sell point and get this sold. Just put the worker on, see what the price is. Currently the best price, not great. It's 1,122 at the ranch, which is better than nothing. Would be nice to have got a better price, but it is what it is, and we need the money. So we're just coming up to the ranch with 15,000 litres exactly of canola from that field. So yeah, not going to get anywhere near as much as I thought we would. I thought we'd have like 25,000 litres for some strange reason. So yeah, we're still going to be some way off. So 16,842. Being able to get the bale collector, which is 39,000. So we are going to have to borrow a little bit of money on the loan to get that. Okay then, so let's get this hay baled up. We've got 92% straw in there currently. I'm hoping it's the same as 17. That will just all change to hay when we start picking up the hay. Not stay as straw. No, it's going to stay as straw. Okay, so we're going to... Looks like we're going to get an extra straw bale at first. Let's get that one out. And let's get all this grass done and see how many hay bales we get. Okay, so last row of hay, and probably the last bale we'll get as well, because I doubt we'll get enough for another bale. So not a huge amount of bales, and as you probably saw during the time lapse, the grass has kind of grown back. I don't know if that's just to the first stage of growth or whether it's ready to harvest again. I'm not sure why it's growing back so quick. I have got plant growth set to normal, so I wouldn't have thought it had grown back quite so quick. Let's just turn the baler off and unfold that and see what it's actually saying. So it's just saying growing, 50% fertilised. There's only 2 stages fertilised now, so obviously mowing it's put it to 1 stage fertilisation. So we should be able to go over it now and get the full 100% fertilisation. So in terms of bales, I think we had 55 straw bales plus that extra one, so we've got 56. So 9, because I had to quit out the game and come back in. So 9 bales minus the 1 straw, so 8 grass bales, hay bales. That's not too bad for quite a small field that wasn't fully fertilised. So next time I cut it, maybe get like 10. So what we need to do now is increase our loan. So we need to borrow, I'll go to 50,000, and we want to buy the bale collector. We'll buy that. I'll go and pick that up from the store. We'll get these bales collected up and get them over into the, I'll say storage shed. That's one thing as well while we're here. So bring up the help menu. Let's see if we can fit this shed in down here. So we want sheds. Would be nice to have a different sort of shed, but I can't find any decent ones. I have looked and there's quite a lot of mods out. I need to probably move the header trailer out of the way. There are quite a few mods for various sheds and things, but none of them look great at the moment. Look like they've been converted from 17 and they've been converted to fit into 19, but they've not updated the textures for the new texture system, so they don't look as good as what they could probably do if they was all retextured. But I'm sure some new sheds and things will come out soon. Let's try this one again. So we can fit it in. Lower it down. It's going to cost 10,000. 11. I'll try and get it back a little bit. I don't want to go too far back. So what's that look like? That looks fairly straight to the field. Probably want to come this way a bit so we're not blocking that bit of road. So we're going to be around about 10,000. Let's just check that again. I haven't twisted it round. There we go. So that's 9,900. So that'll fit in there. Fine. It's just have a look. It hasn't. Yeah. So we've still got the smooth road going up there. That's not too bad. So we can fit our hay bales under here. I say hopefully over time we may get some better sheds, or some different looking ones at least. Then we can change some of these. But it'll do for now, so we can get the hay and straw stacked up in there, and then we can get some of the equipment, grass equipment, underneath the cover as well. So I'll go and get the bale trailer, or the bale collector, get these bales collected up. Because we do need to feed some to the horses as well. Alright, so let's get these hay bales all collected up. It does possibly look like we're gonna have to put that other field over there into grass. I think it might be worth it. It's not a huge field and we don't get a huge amount of crop off it. So having that bit of extra grassland for hay bales. I say doing silage bales as well, we should make a decent amount of money off when we can do those. So I think it might be worth just putting those, having those 2 fields as grass, and look to try and buy another field for crops, and possibly field 18 or 22. So have we got another hay bale I've missed, or did I miscount and we've only got 7? Oh no, there is one hiding behind the little bush up there. So we get those all picked up. Yeah, because I don't think if we get another 4 horses, the hay bales aren't going to last long at all. So we're going to be cutting that little field probably every episode to get enough bales. So I'd rather have a slightly bigger area of grassland that we can do it in one go than having to keep do small bits every now and then. So if we unfold that and so I'll just try and get it somewhere down, push those back. So that's the first stack of hay bales. What we'll do is we'll get a stack of straw bales, because I don't think we're going to need more than 8. I may keep 2 stacks, so 16 straw bales. At least then we've got plenty of straw for a good long while. And then the extra ones we do after that we can just sell. Let's wait for it to return. So last one on this trailer. We'll get this dropped off. I'll have a good tidy up. Now we've got this shed, we can get the baler and the tedder and the mower and everything all under cover. So it's all out of the way. Probably done with putting those hay bales a bit further over, but the trouble with this is when you unload you get the arm or frame sticking out the side, so it's difficult to get over too far without catching it on the girder. Drop those ones off. Go and get another load in. What I'll do is I'll get another load dropped in the shed and that'll give us 16, and then we'll get a full tray load, take it over to the barn just to see how much we actually get for 8 bales, and then what I'll do is I'll finish the rest off camera and get them all sold. You catch that one. Yeah, so what we'll probably definitely do is put this field into grass. We'll do the big field we've just done canola in, we'll do that as oats, because we're definitely going to need some more oats. Okay, so we've got 16 bales in storage. We've got another 8 on here, so we'll take these up to the barn, see how much we get for all 8 of these. I think the price is currently dropping as around about $76 per 1,000 litres, so it's going to be around 300 and probably just over 300 per bale. probably only about 2,400 for the 8 bales, but we shall see. We just back up here and unload. So 2,459. Okay, just fold that back up. So £2,500 for 8 bales. So if we get 4 lots, it's going to be an extra 10,000. And I think we've got probably enough to get around about 20,000, which isn't too bad if we can do it before the price drops any further. We'll just actually check that the price hasn't dropped dramatically. So 76 and still going down. Or we could put them all in storage and wait till the price is better, but I don't think you get much more than around about 80 that I've seen anyway for straw. I've not seen a higher price, but I have seen it drop down quite low. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll finish off getting the rest of those sold off camera, because it's going to take a while to collect them all up and get them over there. I still need to get the combine back from the other field and get all this put away, tidied up. Get a layer of fertiliser on the grass. And I'll still need to do the daily riding on our new horses, which was Ufa and I can't remember the name of the other one. Faith. Apologies, Faith. Nothing personal. Nothing personal, Faith. It's just I don't want to get too attached because we're going to be selling you. So don't worry. Yeah, so I need to do the daily riding on those. I'll still need to put the hay bales in as well. So I must remember to do that. Where are the horses? Yeah, so we're probably going to need 3 bales in there to fill the hay up. And what I'll probably do is get another 2 horses tomorrow in game day, which I'll also come back and do. And then, because we've done quite a bit on the horses and grass around here, probably have a look at doing some contract work, seeing what's available, seeing if there's any cotton harvesting, something a bit different we haven't done yet. So I've still got quite a lot of work to do before then. What we chickens 95, so we're not at full capacity yet with the chickens. I am thinking of getting another chicken coop. I did try and play around removing this one and seeing if I could fit a large one in. Although this area looks huge, it just would not let me place the large chicken coop. And then when I tried to replace the small one, it wouldn't let me replace the small one, even though it's going in the same place. So pretty much stuck with that one. So I'm thinking of getting another small one that I can fit next to it here, just so we double in the capacity. Although obviously we'll have spent 40,000 on 2 chicken coops that can only hold 200 chickens, whereas the large one is $40,000 and can hold 400 chickens, is it? Yeah, that can hold 400. So we're only going to be able to have 200 chickens maximum as opposed to 400. Can't look because we haven't got the money. But we can fit one in next to it here. So one thing I've also done is decorations. I installed the tree mod, the Venturio tree mod. Basically these are just the in-game trees taken out of the editor and then created into a mod, and also this wooden fence mod as well that we may use, don't know. But I have put a few trees around. I just put one here by the corner of the chicken coop. I did put one just on the corner here because it was starting to look a bit bare. I did cut down all of the trees just to clear the area so when we're putting buildings they're not in the way. And I'll put another one just on that corner there, just so it's not looking so bare. So probably what I'll do is put a few around the horse paddock as well, which I'll probably do now actually. Although we don't have a huge amount of money to be spending on trees, but I think it just looks a little bit better. So we could probably get one just on the corner here. There we go. It looks so much better already. Maybe one on that corner. It'll look a bit odd having opposite corners. I'll get one there. Shade the water trough. So I just spent $2,000 on trees, but hey ho. Certain times of the day the horses I'll have a bit of shade. Keep the water cool as well. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. I'm sure if I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, don't forget, if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing. We'll have new farming simulator videos every day with the time lapses and let's plays. And if you do have any questions or comments, then please do leave them down below. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.